a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I am on a mission to help you to step into your power so that you can create the life you desire. Visit me at empoweredlifeprograms.com to learn more. Hello. Welcome to Wacky Wednesday, where we talk about funny and dodgy dating and relationship stories. And I haven't been getting any relationship stories lately, so I'm going to have to do some more digging and see if I can think of something funny that Laurie's done. I'm sure there's something. It's probably more me doing funny stuff because I'm hilarious. Okay, so this will be a really quick one. I'm just going to share one dating story of my own. Now, it was over 20 years ago, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to remember all the details, so stand by. All right, so I met a guy, I think it was in a bar or something, and at the end of the night, I had a girlfriend with me, and so we were leaving, and he asked for my number and asked if he could take me out, and this is back before internet was really a thing too, so I said, yep, sure, so I gave him my number, and he set up, and so we went home. I went home, and he contacted me and organized a date for the following. Oh, it was I can't remember if it was during the week or the following weekend, but anyway. So I'm getting myself ready for the date, and I'm ready to go, and I hear a horn beeping out the front. It was him. He didn't even come to the front door. So I thought, oh, righto. So went up to the car, and this is back in the day where I used to getting cars and go on dates that way, the old-fashioned way, and I would never do that now, and I wouldn't recommend anyone do that. You get yourself there, get yourself home on your first date. It's a safety thing, really. So we go to dinner, and the conversation was dull at best, and he kept telling me how much money he made and how well off he was financially. And I was just like, okay, that's lovely. And anyway, the dinner finishes, and we go up to the counter to pay, and he pays for his meal only. So I'm like, right. So I paid for mine. I thought, you know what? If it gets me home and away from this man, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. So he drives me home. And again, it was dull conversation. He pulls up at the front, and I, like, trying to be polite, I went to give him a kiss on the cheek and say thank you. I don't know what I was thanking him for. Dull conversation, and I paid for my meal. So, and he turns his face to try to get me on the lips. I'm just like, oh no! So I just like bolted home, shut and locked the door, and that was the end of it. So, ladies, if you ever have a guy that does this, so here's the thing, right? The very first thing he did wrong was to not come to the door. Show me the respect of coming to my door. Not a quality action. And then, like, they're talking about his money. Like, if I was money hungry or superficial in that regard, I might have been impressed by what he was telling me. But when he only paid for his meal, it was just like, was he all talk or what anyway? Like, yeah, clearly he wasn't trying to impress me, because all of his actions just turned me off. And needless to say, he never got another date. It was the worst date I've ever had, actually, at that time. I think I've had, even the dodgy guy at the beer cafe, he was lovely. It was just the aftermath that went down the tubes. So, yeah, but for this one, it was terrible. It was a terrible date. And any woman in her right mind, or a woman who values herself and knows her own value, would not agree to a second date with a man who's done that. And I'm not to say he's a bad person. He's probably really lovely, but he did everything wrong. And he did not show, well, what he showed me was who he was at that time. And that wasn't for me. And thankfully not, because I've got way better now. Anyway, really quick, as I said, and I'll see you tomorrow.